Here we are again, Tough Talks with Sean, LLBR Productions, and I have the pleasure to have on the Was It Good Though podcast, where they sit there and talk about all your classic and new movies and shows, give you a breakdown, but I'm introducing them so they can tell you yourselves. We got Jazz, how you doing?
I am doing well, Sean. Thank you so much for having us. 50% of the Was It Good Though podcast. My
Great,
co-host.
great. And then we got my guy, you know what I'm saying, my dancing buddy, Formation. My guy Jason.
What's good, people? What's good? I am the other half of the Was It Good Though podcast. Kind of like Sean said, movies, TV show reviews. I also do some live reviews at times as well. But yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun rocking into that second year.
Right. You know what I'm saying? We just got done recording your 90 episode. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I'm gonna give that a hand clap just for the dedication and you know what I'm saying, the consistency with that shit. That's what I'm trying to get to. Like I built my show, I was getting damn near thousands of listen, and I just stopped.
Mm.
Like
Damn.
like I didn't realize like content creation was just like work. And then and I'm a type of person at that point until recently, I just put a lot of things on my plate. I was just doing way too much, and then I was gonna have my daughter, and this, that, and the third, and it was like I stopped preparing. Like I just was doing stuff off the. Like I'm naturally talented at this shit, but I just realized you really gotta prep for what you're trying to do, and I stopped
Right.
putting in the prep work or whatever. I didn't realize I could do that, so yeah. So I'm trying to rebuild my audience and this, that, and the third, and go to the YouTube. But I want to ask y'all, what made y'all want to do the podcast in itself, and have y'all always been big into like movies, movie buffs, as they say in the industry?
Hmm. So I mean, truthfully, I think the three of us, um, well, like I said, we met pretty much all the same way through the internet, right?
Mm-hmm.
So me and Jazz was actually in a Joe Budden group chat. That's where how me and her met through a Joe Budden group
Look at
chat.
Joe. Look at Joe bring people together.
Hey
Right.
Joe, hey look, Joe be putting people. Joe be he has a community out there of people together to just watch and listen to him do rants and things like that. So me and Jazz, it was well, we always talked about movies within the chat because the chat was just whatever the conversation was for the day. But me and Jazz said one horror movies was the first thing I think we really connected over. As far as with that, then we had a separate group chat outside the actual group, and then we was like, I think the first movie we actually really broke down was like Scream.
Yeah.
Whenever they redid Scream, we chopping it up, talking, kicking it about Scream. We were like, man, you know what? We should do a podcast. I'm like, for real? A podcast? Like what would that look like? So we've had our bumps and bruises over the 2 years, but I do feel like, I don't have a fatigue. Me and Jazz, we check in all the time. So I don't have a fatigue. She doesn't have it. We pretty much split everything when it comes to it. So whether it's me editing the podcast for a couple of weeks because Jazz would be busy, or Jazz taking up during, because in the beginning it was Jazz. Jazz did the bulk of the editing for the podcast, and I would come behind it, drop the clips and things like that for the different things. But now it's just we kind of spread the wealth between each other. So yeah, I think that's us. Well, my side of the story anyway. Jazz may have a different side or a different thing that she may want to tell. But that's my side.
Yeah, tell me the dark side
Yeah.
of
Everything
the
he just
good
said
podcast.
is a lie. Like Jason don't do shit. I come up with the ideas. I be like, reach out to this person. Jason don't do nothing. Nah. Nah. It's definitely a partnership, and I would say like it's dope because we just bounce ideas off of each other. If I'm just like Jason, what you think about us reviewing this movie? I'm with it. Jazz, what you think? Man, we not doing that shit. We not doing the kitchen. So I just be like, it's certain movies. So I just be like, nah. But the fact that we're able to reach out to friends and come through and be on the show as guests, I think is dope. To be able to fill in on panels, to just all of that, and we just laugh and have a good time and mix our different communities into one. I think is dope. So it's been an
Yeah,
experience.
cause I remember I don't think we had met yet. That nigga, he been a DM. Hey, bro, I know you got a podcast. What you be doing with it? And I, it's like, all right, let me start charging you niggas for advice. But no, man, nah, he just came. Hey, I just told him what I knew, what I told him to do, and I think y'all did majority of what I said. You found your lane, you stuck to it, you stayed consistent, and that's pretty much the name of the game. Because once you, because like based upon me being on the show and meeting certain people, you found your niche audience, right? Like you're meeting people through this thing, and so you're finding what helps you grow. And I think for me, that was like my hard thing. I didn't know who I wanted to serve. Also, it was kind of hard for me to be funny by myself. So I just started putting people on the show because I'm be honest, I'm actually a shy person. And a lot of people don't believe because I'm an extrovert at the same time. But I do better being funny when I have you say something, I think something with it just that quick. But just me having to stand up and be funny is like weird to me. Like that's why I don't really look in the camera a lot. Like it's just I'm trying to focus, trying to train myself now to just look in the camera. I be want to look at y'all and look off and this, that, and the third. I'm naturally a shy person at the same time. So, but like I said, it's good that y'all found one. It's hard to find somebody you got chemistry with. It's hard to find somebody you can work and be honest with because motherfuckers be want like some bullshit.
Speak
So
on it.
you know what I'm saying?
Talk to the people in the back.
You know,
All
so
them.
folks be bullshit. Folks let the dedication know what they want to input. Like I'd have had people that wanted to be on the show, but they want to like give topic ideas. I said, bro, this is the least you can do. Shit, give me a topic idea, goddamn it. Like I gotta lead this, John. I gotta do this too. Man, I was getting burnt out. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do guests, and I'm gonna do this shit by myself. We can call it a day. That way I ain't gotta depend on nobody else. This, and third. I'm like a Mario.
Yeah.
I went solo.
Yeah, now being able to have somebody that you can bounce it off of, it definitely helps. But also bringing somebody into the podcast, I know we kind of like I said, as far as when it comes to it, we definitely vet people to a certain extent that come onto the podcast. Like I said, when we brought you the first time, Jazz, she, does he know the energy of the podcast? Does he know how to say? Yeah, he watches it. He said we right after Watch Mojo. That's what he told me. This is what he told me. I said, I started sending her some of your tweets. I said, so this the energy we getting, but then when you came to the podcast, it was completely different, completely different, and that's not a bad thing. But it is when it comes to it as far as the energy, because typically I'm the high energy person on
Yeah,
the podcast. But when it comes to it, I do feel like me and Sean are two different type of high energy. And like I said, I feel like it'll be a clash if my energy was one versus his. It'll kind of be like a clash. So as far as when it comes to it, I don't have a problem. I've never had a problem taking the back seat. Even when it came to our podcast, I felt like personally when it first came on, I felt like Jazz should be the one that lead it because I love her voice. Um, like as far as when it comes to actually speaking, but then as far as with how she speaks about certain things.
yeah. She speak
But
with
then it
passion.
but then when it came but when we started doing it, I started being the one that was leading. In majority, I'm like, shit. Well, shit. I guess I got to just really step into who I am. But then when
Yeah,
Jazz started doing, I'm like, yeah, dude. Like, I want you to, because like when it's a different thing. But then when you can play out, when you know how to play off people, you can play. It's just knowing your role within that actual team. So as far as when it comes to it, we can be, I guess, ambidextrous in a way because we can play either way. Whereas she can lead, I can lead, she can edit, I can edit. I can go on the socials and go crazy. She can go on socials and go crazy. And we both figured out different things or different lanes that has worked for one and not worked for the other and worked for one and not worked for the other. So
yeah. Like
yeah.
ushers, push positions.
Gotcha. As Aaliyah said,
Rock them
What?
on, move together, baby.
change positions.
Yeah, change positions.
Aaliyah.
Aaliyah
But
change
nah, so
positions.
yeah, it's dope. Like I said, I think uh, I'm like Shrek, bro. I'm like an onion. I got layers. Like if you meet me in person on an average day, I'm really chill. I don't say too much. I'm chilling. I'm cool. I think I understood. I learned early on the entertainment value of this. I think a lot of times you have a guest on, they be too nervous or they try to overthink what they're trying to say. So they try to seem too smart and they're not. They just don't know how to bring the proper amount of energy to make things entertaining what they're saying. That's why I try to bounce back and forth between jokes and being, smart with what I'm saying is because you gotta entertain people with this shit. Like you just can't be monotone the whole time, otherwise people ain't gonna listen. And the reason why Watch Mojo came first because them videos be short. I, I can watch that. I can watch that at work. Watch a few of them at work. Y'all, I gotta be like at home, sitting in front of my TV. You know what I'm saying, and chilling. At work, I can get the little short videos out real quick. I always get interrupted, and then I hate watching podcasts that get constantly like the conversation be interrupted. You know how you just be at a dinner on a date,
Mhm.
and then the way to come in and the conversation, you be like, damn, bitch, I didn't ask for no bread. It's just like that. Like I just hate like being interrupted, so I try to watch my long podcast, and I'm not gonna be interrupted.
Yeah, I definitely feel that.
So we're gonna go ahead and get into the meat of the potatoes. My daughter's going crazy back here. So the topic of the show is the protocol, the art of checking your friends when they are scaring the hoes.
This was wild.
Yeah,
I
because
saw this.
it's layers to it. It's so many layers to it.
Um,
So yeah, because I mean, do you check your friends when they scaring the hoes? Like in the moment.
I do personally. I do because I'm real chill, real laid back, and like I'm more of a like I can be the introvert, I can be the extrovert. I'm whatever is needed at that moment. Or
Okay.
if I want her at this moment, whichever one comes first, in that situation. So if we out and I can say use my cousin for an example. Like he very high energy, very in your face, very like asking a lot of questions, and the questions be personal as hell. I'd be like, bro, hey, come, we gotta dial this shit back. We gotta dial this shit back because like this the vibe. But then I've also been the person that's out and it's just a room full of niggas, and I don't like niggas like that. So
No.
it's like I gotta call women to come over, and it's like, hey, bro, like, can we?
Don't you hate being the guy responsible to bring the hoes? It's a lot of pressure.
There's nothing worse. There's nothing worse. And I've taken losses. Some of the women haven't been the best looking that I had to get with. But the friends be good. And sometimes it's okay as long as the the vibe
Nah, I'm not
is
taking
good.
the L. I gotta make the call. Y'all niggas do, nigga. Otherwise, y'all should have brought your own.
Nah, I'm a team. I'm like I said, I'm a team player, so I'm
I mean,
perfectly
I
fine.
passed, but I'm not passing. I'm not passing that ball.
I don't think I've ever been in a situation where one of my friends was scaring the hose away.
I'm pretty sure you had. A lot of women don't think they be y'all scare niggas off, but women do.
Not none of nobody that I was trying to talk to because I
No,
was
I mean just like they just say y'all at a social gathering, and it was just like one of your friends just like doing some annoying shit. Like she was scaring the niggas off. Like that bitch might be a bit too drunk.
So let me ask you this: like, what is something that scares niggas off that a
Man,
female would do?
She could be out drunk, screaming and crying,
all the
kind of like in Charlotte.
that yeah, man, cut this shit off. Just be
Yo,
this thing
yo,
she lit though. She lit.
yo,
Hold on.
wow.
Hold on.
I
Yeah. Can you talk about a little bit later? Just a little
yo,
bit. Can you be quiet? Just a little
come
bit.
on,
Yeah, I know it's cool.
So I'm
Just
gonna
watch
say
the
she
tablet,
was.
baby.
So,
you gotta chill. Like, what
so I'm
is
not
wrong
gonna.
with?
So I'm not gonna say she was scaring the hoes, but she was killing the vibe. I love her though. I love her. I'm just saying. It was just like, man, what's going on? But
Listen. So, all
What do you
right.
say? What you say?
so me and Jazz went to Charlotte together.
Right,
Well, it was just me and Jazz. We went to Charlotte as a group.
right.
Joe Budden podcast went as a group. But one of the young ladies was a bit emotional, a bit too emotional for the type of vibe that we was
She
going.
got drunk, start crying.
She was doing the most. She was going off on people. She was snapping out. People had to, pull her to the side. And now that's not necessarily scaring the hoes, but I also
You're scaring
consider
the hoes.
killing the vibe
If you
as
killing the
like
vibe, you scaring the hoes. If you,
yeah,
as a woman,
as far as
if
when they
you're like super loud when it's not time for it, you're killing the hoes. If you like barefooted, we in the club, you barefooted, all right.
but like if the woman barefoot in the club, I might get at her though, because
My
like
actually say
she
that's right.
probably
That's
she
right.
probably getting to it.
No,
If my shoes are off in the club, it's because I'm getting a massage from somebody's son.
like I'm no, but I mean it's like little shit, just like women just being like I like women that shoot a shot, but she like overly aggressive. Like like you own me, like I'm trying to move over the create space and you just steady moving close to me. It's the same shit, just in a different way.
I
Yeah.
remember I did that in the club one time. I saw a security guard. I thought he was fine as hell.
It was
I was like,
on.
I'm gonna go ask him for his number.
Hey, speaking of security guards, so it was this Jason, real quick. So it was this gay dude who said he had got head from all of this particular club. So I'm not saying because I get sued. This particular club security guard unit. If you know the security guard is gay, are you getting pat down by him?
um so he's security. I don't my preference is women. So me getting pat down by somebody whose preference is mine, I don't that can't bother me in that moment because it's that's not what I'm into. So as long as it's nothing suggestive said to me or nothing
But you know, they be up in there checking them spaces for them guns, bro.
I mean, but as long as he ain't like if he hit me with the if
Like
he hit me with the
moaning with
face,
it,
hit me with the
moaning with it.
I'm gonna have to mush him. I'm gonna have to mush him because like
So
what you for?
what he be like? Okay, cool. I'm gonna let you in with this one.
Because look, because I'm cool with being complimented by a man. Like that's perfectly fine.
Right.
But like now that can also be something
I ain't
going
gonna lie,
over
if a
the
man
top.
compliment me, they made my day.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I
if a
know I'm the
dude like is
finest
it
nigga in the room. I know I'm
like
the
you know what I'm
finest nigga
saying?
on the dick one.
Like I appreciate you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because it is not it's as long as it's not suggestive, that's fine. And even if it was, I can say, hey, I'm not into that, but I appreciate you. Thank you.
Right.
And I shoot him, shoot something back. You know what I'm saying? I won't
Yeah.
blow him a kiss or nothing like that. It'd be kind of
Are
wild.
there compliments like a double compared to a woman complimenting you?
Double?
Yeah. So
I wouldn't say that. Not
so
for
you see
me.
them on the same like level playing field?
Well, I'm used to getting compliments, so uh, yeah, I guess so. It's like how y'all say niggas give y'all a compliment, you be like appreciate it, but a woman give y'all a compliment because y'all be hating on each other a lot. Y'all give each other compliments. Like a lot of women sit there like, yeah, that feels more better, like it feels better or whatever. So when the dude like come, because I don't look gay, like I don't carry myself like in that way or these crowds. So I think it take a lot of courage for a man to simply just be. First of all, niggas be just too tough to even give compliments in general. But for a gay dude to be unsure, if a motherfucker they just I respect the confidence. Like I just think I put that into play more than anything else. Like women saying I'm handsome, they've been saying it for a while, not to be cocky, but I mean, women,
Yeah.
if y'all really like a nigga, y'all to sit there and tell a dude, hey, I like the way you smell, I like this about you. Gay dudes don't really just do that unless they just
Yeah. But that's me though. I like to well, not necessarily because that's what I'm
like to be
looking to
paid
do, but
down.
if I see some you said what?
You like to be paid down.
This nigga here, man. No. But when I see somebody when they look like if some I see a dude dressed nice as far as when it comes to it, yeah, I'm a definitely I'm
Appreciate
any nigga I know. As far as when it comes to it, yeah, I'm gonna let you know, hey bro, you got that shit on. Like you look nice, whatever it is as far as when it comes to it, because it's what when it comes to what I look at it like I'm not a hater. And I
yeah,
think
ain't
if
no hate.
something got a phone, I'm gonna congratulate you. Hey bro, hey, you killing this shit, bro. Or whatever it is. Like ain't go too crazy with it. Like, oh shit, but that shit fit nice on you, bro. You look
Hey, Brian, gonna lie, you cute as hell. I see why you get them hoes. I see why you get them hoes, fool. Keep that shit up. Keep
I
that
don't
shit
see
up.
nothing wrong with men complimenting other men.
It's
I
just,
feel
it's
like
just,
the
it's just not
stig.
the norm.
I mean, I get that it seems like it's like a stigma to it, like a stigma. But if it's just like if you pass to do like, I like your shoes, like that's a nice suit. It's like okay, that's
I
cool.
think it's just in a space where people just think compliments are more than just words. A lot of people use compliments as a way in, so they might perceive it as this nigga trying to talk to me type shit. But Jazz, I want you to instruct the fellas. What does scaring the hoes look like to you? I'm talking about from me. Man, she
All
got no
right.
looks. We've been here for a while, guys.
No, it's nothing like that. But I feel like dudes set themselves up for failure because they try to be too pushy. Excuse me, not try because that means they're not succeeding. They successfully be too pushy. It's like you can kind of get a woman's body language if she's feeling you or not. So if she's talking to you over her shoulder, not making much eye contact, you don't need to be over her shoulder too long. She's not interested.
I have to learn that.
And if you stay there, like, oh, let me buy you a drink, she's not going to say no, but she's expecting, let me get my drink and then you go about your day. But if you still there trying to have small talk, like, nah, like you kind of fucking up the vibes.
Yeah, I got a homeboy. It depends. Like to answer the question, I don't. It depends on the level of scaring the hoes that a nigga is doing. Like if he being like a creep, then yeah, I'm jumping in.
Yeah.
Like bro, you doing just way entirely too fucking. If he just embarrassing himself, then it's like, as long as he ain't stopping my play, I'm cool. Like embarrass yourself, brother, because that's me. Like I have house parties where folks get a little too drunk and they get plied themselves and they look at dude whatever, but then I'm like, man, it's on him. But as long as he ain't just doing some flagrant ass shit, I personally, I talk to him after the fact because you got to learn a lesson. You need to try to learn, get some self awareness in the moment, experience. Then I tell you after, like, bro, you just doing too much, bro. You was on here just laugh for no fucking reason. You would just sit here constantly just begging his girl. His girl told you now she was straight. And, we got her out of there. But, it was just like, it's like little things. It's like,
I
I
mean,
ain't me. Go ahead.
no, I was gonna say like if it's a group of dudes and one of them being is like extra creepy, and his homeboys don't try to remove him out of that space, especially if he making all of us uncomfortable,
Yeah, they're part of the problem, too.
then it's just like, all right, y'all condone this behavior, so we ain't trying to fuck with none of y'all. That right there, I guess you could classify as scaring the hoes away. Like, go pull your homeboy to the side, like, nigga, you sit
Yeah, when
here.
you're also doing too much, it's like you just can't allow certain shit. And don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure if I've scared the hoes, if niggas sit there and say they never did it, all right, cool, cool, my guy. On the other hand, like I like the parties in there, and there was a time where my drinking was just crazy. So, as my personality is very loud at times and shit like that. I've done too much, and I've had niggas pull me to the side and say, "Hey, bro, this is what you were doing wrong. You tripping here, you just right there." And then I'm aggressive by nature, so when I talk to shit, like you gonna know I'm talking to you. Ain't none of this slick shit. Ain't what God has said. I saw when I walked up on him. Like you gonna know I want you. This the type of theory. So I mean, it just kind of finding the balance, bro. I mean, I think a lot of times dudes I can't speak for women, but a lot of times dudes, we're not taught to read body language, honestly. Social cues, like most of all we're ever told is just no. No is a no. And of course, a lot of dudes don't respect the no. But most dudes do. But if they've never heard the direct no, they think, all right, I'm fine around, fair way around this shit.
So, all right, this is true. Yeah, okay, so if a woman's like, I'm not interested, oh, I want to take you out, I'm good on that. Do you still pursue to
Me
where you
personally,
don't?
yeah, no. No.
Because, like, if you don't get that
I,
direct no, I
I
don't
get
want to
hoes.
talk to you. But if, like, the communication is not there, I'm not flirting with you,
Nah,
like,
I
I'm
get
not showing
women.
any interest.
So now I get women, so no, you show any level of disinterest, I'm cool on you. But I can also understand why some dudes do because some women like to play those type of games. Like I said, I don't think a lot of women like taking into account that a lot of y'all sistering don't really like be about what they talk about openly. Like motherfuckers, you want motherfuckers to beg them, be down their door because they want to feel wanted, and they feel like they do really want them this type of third. So I can see why some dudes will continue going this in theory. And I also feel like dudes don't really continue to do things that don't work.
Ooh.
It's
And
kind
I
of like
say that
they.
I say that all the time as well. I'm like, because people always say, why is he doing, like, why is he talking like that in the DMs? Why is he, I said, because I personally believe somewhere it worked. So that's why they continue to do it. Because I don't think you would continue doing something that hasn't worked. I mean, there's niggas out here that don't get it all. So it's a
That
possibility
too.
that they do. Like they continue to do that. And like I'm actually the opposite. So I can't say I've scared the hoes. Because I was one of them people that didn't know how to talk to women for a long time. So I was to myself and I always was away.
Yeah,
Like
they
when it
scared the
comes
hoes.
to it.
Like, why is nigga so quiet?
So as far as this, but then now when I came into my personality, I think it was like there's personalities that's clashed. I've done it within our friend group.
But
Like it's
that's
just
different. That's
like
that's not really scaring the hoes. That's just incompatibility. I'm talking about just you doing things that really just fuck up, like you said, fuck up the vibe.
yeah,
I know I have for a fact done so.
I had because like in most situations, like I just wouldn't be around. I just wouldn't entertain the vibe. I would just stay to myself as
Yeah,
opposed to being like, hey, why he so like just because I don't know what to say. Like I don't know how to carry that conversation. I've always been a recluse. So now when I hit, whatever in my 20s, I became this more extroverted, knowing how to or learning how to engage in those conversations. But then I was raised by women, sister, mama, grandma, cause everybody was women. So as far as when it comes to knowing how to understand and getting certain things outside of, like just being fuck boy, in my moments and outside of them, learn like knowing, understanding women body language as far as what not saying what you can and can't because essentially you really shouldn't if you haven't consented within that conversation, but just really knowing that because now it's really scary as far as when it comes to dating and talking and things like that because some women still like that aggression. Like Sean just said, women like that people to go after them. I want the nigga to grab me up and kiss me just out the blue. Like, why would I? Like, somebody said, like, why would I do that? Like, we ain't never had a conversation like that. Regardless of what I think the vibe is, I'm never gonna just out of nowhere just start kissing you in your mouth. Like, why would I do that at any
I ain't
point in?
like me too movie scared the shit out of me. Not because I was moving flagrant in that way, but it's like it was like the little things that women were saying. Cause like I'm assuming like you, I grew most of my family is women, so I was just learning certain things, like just paying attention to little things. But I didn't ever have somebody sit down about consent. Was this okay? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Of course, we grew up in the time we grew up with the shit that we were doing was okay for the time period. But then motherfuckers was like niggas was sitting here grabbing on my booty, grabbing on my hips, and going through the club getting free feels. While in my head, I felt like I didn't want to treat you like a nigga and push you on your shoulder, say, get out of my way. So I grabbed you gently by your hips to say, excuse me, get you out of my way. I thought I was being gentle, but I can also see how that's wrong. Because nigga, I think every nigga did the trick where you laying over the chick, you put your hand on the dick. And then, you know what I'm saying, that shit. Then I was like, okay, yeah, I can see how that's wrong too. It's like, all right, damn, I might get me too one day doing some this little bullshit that I thought was okay for the moment. But I just really think that women live under through a whole different blanket of fear. Like a whole just they how they view the world, how they got step outside, and how we step outside. What we had to look for and worry about is two completely different things, right? Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
no,
cool. Go ahead.
jazz has been one of the most important people I feel like in my life as far as just really understanding it. Because yes, I have a sister. I had things like and my sister, like she really to herself, really quiet. Like I think she had a gun before I did, as far as when it comes to it, because she was moving by herself, just around in the world. But then you just start listening to, like different stuff as far as when jazz is talking. Like it's just like, oh shit, like this, just having another level of understanding. Because it's one thing because of the women that I'm around, that's in my circle, that's here around me. Jazz isn't around me. So just hearing her and how she has to move just based on where she is, like it's different as a woman, navigating the world of sicko men out there.
Yeah, and
Just
then a lot
having
of these niggas ain't even sickos. A lot of niggas just don't fucking know, and that's why I think those of Me Too movement help. I know it helped me a lot. It's like I need to listen, really pay attention to these stories, this, that, and the third, what these folks saying, because it's like I ain't doing it, but at least I'm knowledgeable, so I can make sure I don't ever do that type shit. So,
Yeah.
and that was
Cause,
my thing. Like, all right, cool. Go ahead. I
cause,
was gonna ask you a question, but go ahead. Say what you're saying.
well, what
No,
was your question? Because I might end up answering what I was about to
no. I
say.
was just gonna say, did you feel like that movement in general helped y'all? Like, was able to educate men and also just call out the fuck nigga behavior, this, that, and the third?
You mean the whole Me Too movement?
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I was dealing with weirdo niggas after
Well,
that.
weird niggas gonna be weird
So,
on niggas.
I mean, so now I'll say for
Just
like
like every person with a gun is not gonna be a murderer, but somebody's gonna be a murderer. Like
it's
it's
not.
just bound to happen.
I mean, because I guess I remember I went out with a dude, and anytime I go out on a date with somebody, I always have my shit on me all the time. And so I went out with a dude. He was like joking. He was like, "I mean, you ain't gotta have no gun. You safe for me, sir. I don't know you."
Yeah,
And
it's crazy.
then I don't know if I did I mention an Amazon nigga on the pod before.
Amazon,
I
nigga.
think so. I know about the Amazon nigga.
Actually, so I was I thought it was a good idea to get an Amazon nigga my number, which he delivered the package to the crib. I don't
Right.
talk to. I try not to talk to people that know where I live.
Talk to the help. I feel you.
Like I would call them help, but people in my neighborhood, delivery guys, UPS man be looking fine as hell, but I don't want to talk to him because he knows where I live. So if he crazy,
Right.
I
Oh,
can't just leave.
you ever see me eat it?
Right. So went out with the Amazon dude. The next day he was delivering a package in my neighborhood, and this nigga was like, "Oh, I see that your upstairs windows is open." Sir, what? Like it was like weird, kind of creepy shit like that. Like
Yeah. Like I can see how it's creepy, and I also can see how you didn't think nothing of it.
I was like, what? How do you know that? Oh, I just passed your house. And I was just like, yeah, I got to get out this situation. I was like,
Yeah,
nah.
see, I can also see like he probably thought nothing. He think nothing. He just trying to make a joke or funny. And bro, it was like I just feel like the two worlds don't mesh. I just think that if there was more empathy and understanding, that a lot of shit, not all of it, obviously,
I
would be
mean,
stopped.
I think it's important for men to realize, like you just said, women have to experience and have a blanket of caution to be aware. We got to keep our head on the swivel. It's just like black men walking through America. You got to keep your head on the swivel in certain situations. You have certain things that you have to look out for. So if you have that empathy and that insight that what other people have to deal with, then you'll probably handle certain situations differently.
And stop justifying fuck shit.
Well, yeah.
Facts.
It's like be too many
Facts.
stories where people just niggas try to justify like dumb shit. Like she should like, bro. It's like, get me wrong, bro. I feel like a woman can dress how she want to dress. I would tell a woman in the day that yes, you're going to have to deal with a certain amount of bullshit, like extra cat calling. You know what I'm saying? But all the extra other shit don't. It shouldn't happen. Of course, this is the real world, but it's kind of like, bro, you can't. I'm not gonna say I'm against victim blaming because sometimes it's supposed to be stupid. But in this case, like, is this certain shit you just can't justify, bro? There's nothing you can say. I just tell women all the time, bro, just try to put yourself in the best situations as possible. Like, you don't want to fuck dude, don't go in his house at 3 o'clock in the morning. Just don't. Because you don't know. Like, dude could be the most gentleman like nigga, but he might be drunk, he might be on drugs, or he just could be a creep ass nigga. And he might get mad. Now he just try to do too much. It's not your fault that he did that shit, but it's just better off to precaution, I guess you could call
Yeah.
it. And of course, it's better to say it. Also, fellas, when you want to give advice, I learned this too. Give it beforehand. Don't give it after the shit happened because nobody trying to hear that shit.
Man, you ain't lying.
Yeah, nobody trying to hear
You
this shit
ain't
after the
lying.
motherfucking fact. Because imagine the motherfucker, you get robbed, and then niggas say, well, why did you go to the ATM at 3 o'clock in the morning? Nigga, I know want someone. They ain't trying to hear this shit right
Man, it's
now. I don't
like
want
you
to hear
lose
how I'm
something.
stupid in this moment. So leave me alone.
It's like you lose something. Did you check the motherfucker? Where else you think I checked? What the fuck else you thought I did? That's the first motherfucking place I checked.
Yeah, fool. It's just like this. Like you don't want to hear shit after the fucking fail. Like you already feel bad, mad, sad, whatever the case may be. So don't add on. So give these precautions beforehand and just stop defending this fuck shit, man. That's all.
Yeah, I think that's something that we, as men, have to do. Cause like kind of like what you said, we definitely like you see stuff all the time on internet, on social media and whatnot, and it's always the men saying, "Hey, well, she should have," or "It's not that bad," or "It's not like kind of that's kind of crazy to put yourself in somebody else's position when they done it was a fucked up situation for them. It's not that's not my place. It's not right for me to insert myself in what another person did, how they went about it, and how they, as far as when it comes to it. The only thing I can do is enlighten my children, enlighten another woman or another man. Hey, XYZ, this you shouldn't do or you should, when it comes to it. But also to piggyback on what you said, Sean, active listening. That'll help a lot. Like people actually, which kind of goes into my job. Like they were saying, oftentimes people respond people listening to respond to what's being said, or they're listening with their biases or whatever their pre-planned thing is, as opposed to actually listening to what's being said and then actually speaking to what the actual issue is that's being said to them. And like if more people got that, kind of like you said, empathy, like having empathy and understanding of that, because most people are just here to beat you down, kick you in on the ground. Because that's in every situation. Somebody fuck up, they finna beat this nigga down. Like the entire time, they just finna beat this person down. Like, damn, man, like as far as like there are some things there are some mistakes that people make, and then there's just some just blatant disrespect in certain things. I think a lot of situations are teachable moments that can be taught to somebody, or they can, as if a person just has somebody to be there, to be compassionate in a moment of the fuck up that they had, it would fare out a lot better. But in most cases, people kill people. And me and Jazz, we in a group chat with the young woman. Um, I'm getting real personal. I'm not saying names though, so
It's okay. It's
that's
okay. Cool.
perfectly
It's okay,
fine.
brother.
So
Take me to
we
the next
had
level.
we have these conversations, and oftentimes they take the side of. I feel like there's a word for women that don't like men, so like they get off on men.
Misandrous.
So they misandrous. That's the fucking word. I could not get to it. So they
Jazz,
get
you
off
know I
on the
was
man.
smart.
So I know you are. That's why I
Jazz,
knew
know I was
somebody.
smart.
So they get off on a woman mistreating or abusing
Mm.
what another person has gone through, because whatever, I feel like it's more of a biased situation as opposed to
That's how it be.
the
Biases
dynamic
be
of
both
that
sides.
situation. Say it again.
They be biased on both sides. They just like people with the government. Like I'm Republican, I'm Democrat. No matter what fuck shit the motherfucker they riding with, like people just have people need to pick a side when it ain't necessary.
And like I can have a conversation with somebody, and you the same way, Sean. You can have a conversation with somebody I fucking disagree with from the rip, but they may have some insight on why they stand on this point. It's like, okay, so I understand that. And if that's not the point that you coming from, it's just this person did XYZ and I'm not going with this, or this because she a woman, I'm riding with her no matter. Oh, whoa, I can't ride, I can't go with that because I wasn't raised that way. As far as when it comes, I need to hear what the actual story is. Then I can. It's not even me picking a side. It's just okay. So this is where this is coming from. This is where this coming from, and this is where either this needs to be corrected or this needs to be fixed, and then we can do that. But yeah, nah, you ain't like, as you say. If you ain't having the tough talk or accept accountability, I can't fuck with it. Truthfully, and I'm
Jazz, you
gonna call
support
you.
all women through bullshit.
You said what?
You support all women through bullshit.
Jason just went, boom.
My,
I'm sorry, Sean. What was your question?
I say you support all women through their bullshit, or
No,
you
absolutely
make the
not.
educated proper
Nah,
adjustments.
if if you do some fuck shit, I'm just gonna call you out on it. And if it's something that you doing that I don't agree with, I'm going to let you know. I'm not going to agree with you just because you're a woman. Absolutely not. Because bitches is crazy and niggas is crazy. Like hold everybody accountable.
Yeah, like I tell people, like so the shorty with the I'm pretty sure you heard about the wax lady. They had a little girl waxing
Yeah.
Halloween and shit, right? So she's from here, from Memphis, and so of course I have to see her friends and family supporting her, right? And I'm like, okay, I understand. Like Jason said, stand by your person while they going through this tough time, educate them, do them there. But a lot of them just saying a lot of stupid shit that other people hate, and that's how I look. But sometimes, bro, we just gotta tell our friends that they stupid.
We do.
Like we
You
gotta
have
just
to.
say, you have to say, hey, bro, you being stupid right now. You're doing this right now. Like it's crazy right now. You know what I'm saying? You being crazy. Like I done lost friends like that. Hey, I got a few friendships on the line now, like just because niggas not being good friends type shit. But it's just like you doing trifling shit, and I don't feel the need to constantly have these talks with you, bro. Especially at this age. And I just feel like not enough people hold their friends kind of just ride with them when they wrong. Like, nah, nigga. I just feel like bad traits. People don't compartmentalize enough, and bad traits gonna carry on you. Like you might have a friend that's a thief, good thief, cold as hell. And you might not never think that this nigga will ever steal from you until you get through a bad enough, you get put into a position, and you know
Mm-hmm.
you got it. Now you steal from you. I just feel like your character, like you said earlier, you're not checking your friends. I'm looking at you funny too. Like I just feel like that's a character flaw. Like you can't say you're against it when you're around it. Like me personally, I would never hang out with a nigga that don't take care of his kids. Like our names will never be able to be together. Like you would never see me in the same space as this nigga. Like, nah, I'm cool. You don't take care of your kid, bro. Especially if I know you grew up without a dad. Yeah, nigga, you should be the main nigga trying to take care of your seed. So
It's one of them situations where it's just like birds of a feather flock together. So, what kind of people do you have around you that you rock with?
I think a lot of people keep ain't shit people around because it make them look better.
That's wild as fuck.
I think a lot of
That's
people like
wild.
perceive themselves. They do that. I think a lot of women deal with ain't shit dudes or dudes that's like on lower toe to make themselves. So when they break up, they like this nigga and shit. He had shit, and like you knew that from the beginning.
And that's some shit that I don't understand.
Like
Like,
you knew
why?
this from the beginning.
How do you bash your ex and you gave them all them years, and they was
Yeah,
like
it's
that the
crazy.
entire time y'all was together?
He had shit in the drawers. Well, you sucked his dick. What do you think bashing this person is gonna take you? But you
Yeah,
know, I don't know. I just think a lot of people deal with people that's lower than them. Because I do believe I'm not. We all the same, just in theory. No, I'm better than some people, and there are some people that's better than me.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that wholeheartedly. Like you are better than people. You are above certain things and certain people, and I think people lower themselves to that extent so they can keep themselves on the high pedestal. It's like that girl that got all ugly friends, so she can make sure she like a 10.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that you took the words right out of my mouth. I definitely was gonna mention that because it happens. It happens,
Yeah,
and sometimes people need to be. Sometimes like I feel like life. It's not a person's job to humble a person or like to put because some people feel like they got to be the one to bring you back down here. Do I think life will do it anyway. Life will handle that any of that. So I don't feel like it's a person's job or it's for a person to be the one to go and lower somebody or belittle somebody
right.
in that situation.
So let me get into the art of telling your friend that they scaring the hoes. How do you handle it? Do you are you the person that are y'all the people that will take them to the side? Are y'all the people to do it in the moment and it, with the people around? Are y'all or just well, obviously we sit here to say something, but are you the person that wait after the fact and to talk to them by themselves or in the moment?
Uh, so for me, it just depends. It depends, like how flagrant it looks like. You know what I mean? So like if it's like, cause if I get secondhand embarrassment, I'm pulling you out the game right now. We gotta, I gotta get you, cause I'm getting embarrassed. Cause this shit, like, come on, you're not paying attention to shit over here. You goddamn it in here just dancing hard as hell. The women just sitting here vibing. They
You
ain't,
know, your grind on me shit and we chilling. You listen to Joe. You listen to motherfucking boys to me. You trying to grind and shit. Calm down,
you over
man.
here, you kicking over the women head, cutting backflips. Hold on, Chris Brown, calm down, calm down.
Saying shot o'clock and we drinking wine. What is you doing, bro?
So like if I'm getting secondhand embarrassment, yeah. If it feels flagrant, I'm definitely addressing it right then and there. But then sometimes niggas just ain't got game. And like in a
Nigga.
situation like that, I'm not gonna say nothing. It's just this nigga don't know how to talk to women. You know what I'm saying? So
So you
sometimes you
keep
gotta.
putting them in situations so you can learn, or you feel like
Hey, now when it
I'm not inviting this friend for this particular event because we got friends for different shit.
this is true. And somebody said I was wrong for that.
No, we got friends for different shit. No, bro, this life, nigga. Like, if I know you don't like going to the club, why would I invite you to the club?
My
If you know I don't like reading, why would you invite me to the library or to this book reading or this book signing thing? Like, it's not.
but
It's just
so
we
so
have different
so
interests, bro.
I'm kind of moving off of this topic just a little bit, just a little
It's
bit. We can go
cool.
back to it. So does this work in a relationship as well?
Yes,
Because
to an extent.
I've been
To
with
an extent.
somebody and I'm a party goer. Clearly, Sean just told you I be dancing, so I like to go out. I like to kick it. I like to dance. I don't have to drink. I don't have to drink. Like I like if we have the thing with Sean, I do because you know they come in, you gotta take a shot to get in. Like you kick, like you know what I'm saying. But I'm not a drinker. I'm a smoker. So my ex like, yeah, I don't want to. You don't go to clubs. You don't do this. But why don't we go out? We don't go out to clubs. For what? What are we doing? What are we doing at the club? Like I don't that as far as when it comes to it, I don't get it. Let's go to a concert. Like we can kick it and dance and XYZ in
Was
there,
she a
but the club
party?
environment. Say it again.
Is she a party?
She's not. That's what I'm saying. Like you,
Oh,
that
okay, yeah,
wasn't
no.
something that you got mad at me for being a partier. Like you didn't. That wasn't
I
what you
just think
wanted
people
or
don't
liked.
understand that in relationships that it's a separation of life. Like, it's okay to have interests outside of this, that, and the third. Like, don't get me wrong, like, you could try to blend it, but so what you should have did was, all right, bet, we going to the club this Saturday, bet. And so soon she started bullshitting and complaining, I said, this is exactly why I don't take your ass to the motherfucking club.
So it was a. So I'm gonna tell. I'm gonna be honest with you. That was more of a Monica and Quincy situation that didn't work out. It's just one of those things where you young, you don't really understand it, you don't know how to blend your life, and so when you don't understand it, and y'all don't know how to have those conversations, that shit just don't work. And I,
Oh, I knew early on how to prove my point, though. I knew early on how to win an argument. Cool. I'm gonna show you exactly why I don't be inviting your ass to this party. You see how you been sitting down for the last 3 hours? All these twerk music came on, you ain't shook no ass. That's why I don't bring you here. It's cool.
don't do that. Like don't have me in the club, and goddamn me, Don't
You
just
look,
came on by Soldier Boy, and we over here sitting holding hands. Oh my
you
god.
then you looking at me crazy because I'm dancing to crank that. Like, no, bitch, get up, crank with me. What the fuck you doing?
So bad out. Like,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
goddamn.
why are you judging me for having a good time? Like, this is why I don't have you in these environments. We're gonna go get wine tomorrow at the wine bar. Like, sit
So let
down,
me
eat some tapas.
let me ask y'all a question because my homeboy kind of put me on game yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So he told me when you have people in your life, the reasons why it doesn't work out is because you're not putting them in their correct box.
I believe that.
And
I
the
just think.
example
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
and the example was he was just like if you got a nigga that just want to be a side nigga, keep him in that side nigga box.
Yeah,
You
I
can't
believe it.
make him no more than that because that's all he is. That's what he's good at.
I just think that when it comes, especially with men and women, that with men and women, because niggas, nah, people, it's a people thing. It's people shit. I didn't think people just really had this thing where they have to be everything for somebody. They don't have to be. I just
Right.
think that that's why, when I realized what they really was for me, I just like, bro, it was just really getting to know you. Like, you know what, you're better off as a friend. But mothers don't want to accept the fact that you're better off as friends, so they cut it off altogether. That's why you see them complain on social media, I ain't got no friends. Well, motherfucker, you could have had a friend in me.
You know how many times I've tried to build friendships off of niggas who was trying to pursue me, and I'm like, you cool
Yeah,
though. We can just be
yeah,
friends.
I just think that people that lust or their personal desires win, and they don't see the value in relationships outside of it. Like you said, if a nigga just want to be that, okay, cool, let's keep him at that. If you don't want him as that, then you just cut him off and jump. There's no point in trying to move him up past where he want to be. Just like a chick. Like if I know a chick, I just thought if a chick tell me that she want a relationship, and then I get to a point where like I know this not gonna happen. Hey, I mean, now I'm gonna cut you off because it's not gonna be that. I'm gonna save myself the headache and yourself the heartbreak because I know this not gonna go there. Now we can be cool, be friends, this, that, and the third, be casual, this, that, and the third, but other than that, it's not gonna happen. And like, I just feel like people just have to learn to accept the roles that people want them to be. And also, sometimes you just gotta accept the fact that your level of compatibility. You know what I'm saying? It's not that hard. These people make shit hard because we just feel like we want to be every goddamn thing to somebody. Like
Say
everybody is
that.
not gonna be the one. It's impossible. Like I don't believe in the one shit because your soulmate can be your friend. And you can have multiple soulmates to be real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
most of the truth of the matter is majority of the people you date, talk to, get a relationship with, have even married, most of it 9 times out of 10 this shit's gonna end. Hey, I'm going through a separation and divorce now. So,
This is true. This
you
is
know what I'm
true.
saying? Like I can sit here and be over here crippled. Don't get me wrong, I went through my phases in the third, just trying to accept life. You know, because you know you try to make these plans and shit. You made plans, and now your plans have to change. You got to pivot. But once my emotions matched my brain, because my brain was already hit the game. My brain was like most of the shit in anyway, like half the shit in. Once I reached out, like, oh, okay, yeah, cool. Like I accepted that fate. Like it doesn't mean that love can't happen for me. That doesn't mean I can't be happy with somebody else if that's what I want, whatever the case may be. So you know what I'm saying? Just kind of like if you accept the effect in life, just put people where they need to be at because everybody ain't supposed to be that. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like we ruin bonds and relationships by forcing shit.
Mm. Say the
I
word
agree.
there.
100%.
Say the word there. Yeah. I've definitely been in a situation where somebody felt as if they needed I feel like they needed to be my everything. And it was
Entitlement
and
is a big thing too.
it was a thing of like, hey, you don't like it doesn't have to be like that, right? Like that's something that you're making of the situation. And they made me feel as if I was wrong because I'm telling them, nah, that's not how they want to be. I don't want to be that for anybody. Cause like if you do that, the minute I let you down, shit, now our shit is different or it's changed. Cause now you're looking at me funny because
Yeah,
I
it's
wasn't
real
able
hard.
to do XYZ, or I wasn't able to do like the next or the older or your father or how your friend like
Man, fuck
that's fine.
that.
I'm not these people. I'm me.
As soon as a heifer brings up a daddy, I'm letting you know, go fuck your daddy. I don't care that shit. Your daddy had to pay rent when the rent was $97. Leave me alone. Leave me the
Yeah,
fuck alone.
yeah. But also it has been, but that's a lot of like I said, just accepting accountability. It's a lot of like I said, kind of the pivot or the journey as far as when it comes to it, even when it comes to separation and oftentimes, well, let me speak for myself. You doubling back, but you still living your life, and it's just like also in that situation that can't happen. Within that, unless it's like full transparency, and at that point, I wasn't being fully transparent in that situation. So that also made a lot of things a lot harder than they had to be. But again, that's me looking in the mirror saying, "Hey, this is on you. It's not on the
They
next
hate
person."
seeing you move on or attempt to. Like life's supposed to stop. They hate seeing that shit. Like nigga, life don't stop.
Me and Jazz had the conversation.
Life don't stop just because you want this shit to end. Cool. This chapter over. Next page. Like, I don't know. I just feel like, fuck, we here now. So it's just kind of like, bro, you just trying to move on. Like me personally, I can admit my wrongs. I apologize for my wrongs, but I'm not gonna keep apologizing to. I'm not gonna dwell in my hurt or the hurt that I caused. I'm not gonna continue to be apologetic about some shit that I'm trying to leave in the past. You don't want to work on it. You don't want to fix it. Cool, fine. That's fine. You can dwell and have a time of your life in this hurt. Me personally, I process this shit. I see what I did wrong. I see what you did wrong. And I see where we could have fixed shit. I can point out all these things. You don't have that conversation. Cool. I'm going to let you be to yourself with that shit. Don't sit here and make me out to be the bad guy because I just want to move on with my life.
Mm.
Yeah.
and I'm moving on in a way that I see fit. And it could be very, very wrong to my detriment, but at the end of the day, that's not for you to determine.
Mm. That's
Because
a
there's no longer your position to worry about what the fuck I'm doing.
that's a bar there, and that's something I couldn't, and I still battled it in my head because like I've because I felt, or no, let me not say that. Wait, scratch that. Because I did somebody wrong, because I need to be honest in this. Because I did someone wrong, I felt like whatever came was earned or it was deserved, whether how I was being treated, how I took care of, or how I handled certain things because I mistreated or I handled or I mishandled a situation. And as far as when it comes to it, like if me and you have had this conversation, like you just said, we had a conversation, I've apologized, like I can't tell you to be better. I can't do like these are things that I know I can't do. But after we've had these conversations, us constantly having the same conversation over and over and over, nigga, I've already apologized. Why are we talking like talking about it again? What are we getting from this conversation this time? What are we learning? What are we gaining as far as when it comes to it? Now, if you haven't moved on from it, like just say that, and we
I
can, like I
understand.
said,
We can pause it for the moment. We can leave it alone.
we can pause, we can separate, we can never whatever, whether there's us being friends, us being cool, whatever the situation is. If we want to continue being friends, this is what we both agreed that we can do. So why are we talking about the same thing again? Or why are you trying to put me in front of the shit that you really should just be accountable for? Because because that's just the truth of the matter. And like Jazz, I know this may sound like that situation, but it's a lot like that's oftentimes I'll just take the blame for it because I'll be like, you know what, I fucked up, so I'll be the fall man for whatever this was, however this situation is, regard. And that's just me also like trying to accept the
Move on.
accountability because I'll be the scapegoat as far as when it comes to it, but all the time. It can't be that all the time because I'm to
Yeah.
myself.
It takes two. It takes two. Like for me, I'm the same way. I just take this shit. I eat this shit just because I don't really like arguing. I don't really like doing all the extra shit. Like if that's what I gotta do to move on, cool. Let's move on. Let's fix your shit, or let's just move on. Period. Like I whatever. Like I tell folks all the time. Like I fucked up. Like I was the straw that broke the camel's back in my shit. But I also tell motherfuckers like all the time, bro. We the Suicide Squad. We both was the villains in this shit.
He said the Suicide Squad.
We both was the villains to this shit. So I mean, you can't really just. I know, but I would accept where I did wrong, but a motherfucker can sit there and act like they did nothing. And one thing I learned valuably, I preach this shit, and I should just make this shit to myself. Was stand on my boundaries because I allowed my boundaries to be crossed, and I just continued on. And then I muddied up my name to the point where I could no longer have a high horse, you could say.
It
Mm.
happens. I mean, but I think like we do a movie podcast, right? But I think
Right?
the most compelling or the most interesting people are the flawed people, the people that have
They
the
live in
good,
it.
the
They live in it
bad.
though. But they live
Say
in
it
it.
again.
I don't like people that everybody's flawed. Everybody do wrong, but people don't like be honest about themselves. That's why.
I'ma chill. I'ma chill.
You know,
I'm seeing like you speak on that shit, cause
You know what I'm saying? Like I be, you know me, you see majority of the shit. Like I tell everything. I'm honest about a whole side of a story, this, that, and the third. Like I never leave out the shit that I ever done because I know that I ain't perfect. I know the times that I can't be shit. You know what I do be shit. But I tell you what I've learned is to be honest from the get go. So when I do this shit, it's like I told you in the beginning how I was, how I like to handle things, who I am as a person, this, that, and the third. Like you can't be that surprised. You can't put yourself and think you're just that special that you think I'm gonna magically change who the fuck I have been for the last. Let's be clear. I've probably been popular in half my life. 16. Let's go to 16. 16 plus. Very calm down.
popular. You hear that? Popular.
I've been popular for like 16 years. And so this one I just stepped into myself. I've been through an asshole phase where I was handling popularity wrong and handling people wrong. I've been where I was trying to change and you have your back, your backslides, when you just handle shit wrong. Even to this day, it's probably like the most polished I've ever been. I still have my times where I be like, do shit wrong, but at the same time, I also accept the fact that I handle a lot of situations way tremendously better, and I commend myself for that. I am trying to get to the point where I handle every situation better. But one thing for sure, you're not gonna make me feel more. You're not gonna make me feel worse than I make myself feel when I do shit wrong. And I'm just not gonna revel in that hurt because I know for me, if I sit there in that depression, did wrong, that bar is getting drank. I mean everything. I, mean, I don't even drink vodka. That vodka, we gone.
It's
Like
funny
I know
because
for
we.
myself.
Oh, sorry. Go
Like
ahead.
you said, what?
Nah, go ahead. What you was gonna say?
No, I was just saying like I haven't developed many positive coping mechanisms, and since my knees fucked up, they take away all of my active ones that I had. So the most thing I can really do is drink. And so if I just sit there and dwell in my hurt and my pain, I'll just be drinking myself to death. And I got too much shit to live for.
Yeah. Nah, because I think like I was talking to Jason earlier this week. We were talking about like all of us are gonna make mistakes. It's gonna happen,
Every time.
and it's okay. But I told him the thing that you can tell about somebody's character is how they actually handle themselves after making those mistakes
Right.
and how they carry themselves after that. And you got people that will sit up here and still like try to gaslight. Oh, I ain't do nothing wrong. Like, dude, you definitely did. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
that sounded
accept it.
really
Like
direct towards somebody. But
you know,
speaking, in terms of like people
no,
just
let
take
that
your
passion
L.
out. Yeah, let that passion out. Let the nigga know.
But it's just like
You know
it's
you fucked up.
okay. Like you fucked up, just my bad. You got more respect for somebody that will take
Be honest.
accountability for their fuck ups rather than maybe.
Yeah, making excuses and shit. But I also just feel like as partners, you gotta learn to accept our partners for who they are at the same time. Because
That's
some
if you know who
things,
they are.
yeah, if you just really accept who they are, like people are showing you who they are, and you just gotta accept, like, no, this is you. So I have to sit here and decide, do I want to deal with this shit? Everybody comes with some type of dose of bullshit.
Yeah.
Everybody come. I don't care who you are. You may not think it's bullshit. The other people you have dated thought it was bullshit. So, you know what I'm saying? You just kind of gotta, like, okay, cool. Because there's a difference between a mistake and an accident. And also, just some shit just like, cool. You know, maybe we need to change the rules to our relationship that best benefits us. Now, if you can't work in these new guidelines, then cool, we not may not be together. I just think a lot of people need to learn to be more self-aware, truthful, and transparent with themselves, so they can accept themselves, be open and honest about who they are off the rip with people. And those people need to learn to be real with themselves, and they can understand if they can accept certain things, so they can.
That's facts. That's facts.
Yeah. So we talk about scaring the hoes. We talk about what scaring the hoes look like when women, because a lot of y'all women don't act like y'all scare the hoes. Y'all make the dip. Y'all make dicks go soft.
I don't know what, but like how? Like, okay,
Being too drunk. I hate sloppy drunk women.
okay.
Just the look of it. Just the look of it. Not even the actions. I'm just talking about just the look of it, motherfucker. Maybe call me bougie. If you a chick that can't walk in heels, but you just keep trying. I hate that shit. Me personally, you gonna scare me off every time wearing anything leopard or cheetah print.
I
I
like a
hate
little
it.
animal
I
print.
hate it. I hate it. I hate it. If you are a condescending bitch, I hate that shit. Don't talk to me like I'm your child. First of all, you shouldn't talk to your child like this. But don't talk down on me. Don't no whatever. You're trying to beat yourself up, make yourself. I hate that shit. Like I said, being overly aggressive. Like I like aggressive women. Like cool, I'm handsome. You want like little subtle touches on the nigga knee, touching nigga hands, this and third. But if I'm moving away from you, it don't mean move closer.
What if she hit
Uh,
you with a good joke?
I mean, I laugh if it's funny.
What if it's not funny? You still
I'm not
fake
gonna laugh.
laugh?
No, I don't. I don't stroke nobody's ego in that fashion.
It's kind of crazy just to laugh. Ah,
Laugh
boy,
like White Leonard. No, I don't
that
do
wasn't
that.
it.
Yeah, like so you're gonna miss. You don't have a sense of humor. No, baby, you're not funny. That's also what get me is when people try to tell me, but I don't have a sense of humor. It's like, now you lie. I'm funny as shit, and I laugh at a lot of shit. You just not that funny because I don't want to laugh at your gossip.
Mm.
Yeah, nah.
Messy chick is scared of hoes. Like you on some, you in the room being on some petty messy shit. Just gonna scare the hoes for sure. Uh, there's a lot of good shit, bro. I mean, there's a lot of good shit that ain't like superficial. I guess that niggas can say they really scared of hoes. You know what I'm saying? But women do a lot of little like microaggressive ass bullshit. You be like, off your wig, just not. If it's got a big hump or some shit, it's not right. Scaring the hoes because you didn't even take care to love yourself. Make sure you straight come out the house. That's why I like natural women. They ain't gotta worry about all of it.
Yeah, yeah. Hygiene,
You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
Oh man, hygiene, because y'all hygiene be different because y'all should become motherfucking catfish cabin. If it ain't right. pH is all off. You know what I'm saying? What else? What else we can say, bro? I need some help, brother.
I mean, so you
Look.
kind of, I mean, you've gone through. I mean, you've gone through all the ones. So, like for me, it's the same exact things. As you saying, like the
Oh, I ain't gonna lie. You got your hand out.
oh yeah,
if
You got your
if
yeah,
hand
she
out.
hit
You
you with
scared
a,
now,
you gonna buy me a drink?
bro. You
pushing
got
pushing
soft.
for the pushing for
You
the
got
drink, like
soft balls. Done
mm-mm.
got done deducted themselves.
Especially
Like
when I'm talking to your friend and you the one that's speaking and speaking
buy
up for
us.
the
You gonna
group.
buy us some drinks? Now you know what? Fuck
I don't
all of
even
y'all.
exactly. Yeah, that. He said he kind of spoke about the whole thing of drunk. Like I've been to some some
Now
events.
back to this buying. Don't ask me shit. Okay? Don't ask me for a bitch ass thing. If I want to do it, I would do it on my own. You ask me out, you're taking me out.
Man,
Okay?
bruh. Ooh, that's scaring the hoes.
Okay.
Don't invite me out to
Don't
the
volunteer
place
my money.
and then have me pay too. Like that's kind of crazy.
Also, don't take no picture of me. Then I get on social media. You trying to stone your ex? That's scaring the hoes. So there will never be another picture in life.
Oh boy, I've definitely had that. See, you look up. Oh, what the fuck you got going on? We first outing first. We ain't no
That's
relationship,
really
no shit.
strange. That's really
Exactly.
strange.
Exactly.
Just wanna post like you just doing the
Women are
most.
creeps too.
Yeah, women doing the most. That's for sure. Calling me more than once, like calling me back to back on the phone, like after we just got done texting, like you literally like boom, 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 boom. Like nah,
Yeah,
chill
too
out.
much callers, carrying
Nah, don't
hoes
do
for sure.
doing like I say anything of doing the most, like just super over the top, like you like obnoxious, like you trying to be seen. Like I feel like anybody in that man or woman, like it'll the attention will get to you naturally. You don't have to try to vow
Put
or try to reach out for the attention unless you like, you know what I'm saying? Like unless you like really like that person, like you really can move a crowd type shit. Like
throwing salt on other women, make my dick soft.
yeah, nah, please don't. Please don't.
Yeah, especially unprovoked. Like this motherfucker ain't saying nothing about you. You just make my dick soft.
Everybody your friend. I ain't with that neither because everybody ain't your friend. Like you clicking up at every function with somebody new. I'm not with that neither. Like nah. Uh, so I'm cool. So I like ratchet shit. But like when you some ratchet shit
Straight
I
up
don't
though.
like.
I
So he
like
said
ratchet shit in good placement.
he mentioned as far as being drunk. Like, right? So you
In
can
good
be like
placement.
I'm cool with the person that's on the table twerking, dancing, but they drunk, they just jumping all over motherfuckers. They ain't there's
Like I
no
said, I like
courteous.
ratchet in good placement. We at a restaurant, bro. Get out this baby. Get out these folks' table. I don't care what vibes they trying. I don't care what vibes they trying to provide. This is just not the place for it. Now we at a house party. Like, do your thing. You be barefoot all you want. We at a house party. It's cool.
Hmm.
But you know what I'm saying? Little shit like that, bro. I mean, I mean, I didn't want to go too super extreme, but like little things, you know what I'm saying, that women can do to like,
Mm.
you got to change now.
Like yeah, it's I don't know. Some people then maybe it may just be social awkwardness as well. Like people don't know how to deal with crowds or deal with certain
A lot of people
rooms, and
don't.
they trying to navigate it.
What was what I do with my hands? I don't know what to do.
I,
Like
I mean, listening to y'all list, I ain't even got to worry about none of that because I don't be scaring the hoes away. I don't be doing none of that shit.
mm,
I don't get
mm,
super drunk around men.
that's good.
No, I just be chilling. I throw a joke at them.
Even these jokes, man. I hope these jokes be fire, my nigga.
These niggas be laughing, and then I drop a little flirting at them and smile.
Man, said she dropped a joke.
Oh yeah.
Was was black and white all over. Was black and white and red all over. A newspaper.
Ain't no telling what jazz coming from with her joke.
Oh
Nah,
Lord. Oh. Oh.
they be
Hi, I'm
laughing.
Jazz. What's your name?
Never. I nah.
Oh, you
Ooh.
swag surf. I surf and swag. Hey, I'm different. All right, so this is the part of the show where y'all bring up a question y'all want me to answer, or it could be any question I would answer with 99% of the question, and or a topic you want to do a quick, discussion about, and then y'all go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Something I just came up with. So we talked about what scares the hoes away.
Right.
What are some things that bring the hoes coming to the yard that got y'all flocking?
If she not a twerking is a skill. Like a lot of women just shake ass. No, ass just it's loose. You got that Ari, you got that water. That for a fact. You in the game for a fucking fact. Um,
I like a
you
woman
smell
style.
good. If you smell good, for a fact.
Hmm.
If you're genuinely funny, oh, dick is hard as a diamond in an ice storm. Like you're genuinely funny. You got that down earth. I can talk to you about whatever conversation. You're not judgmental about shit. Like you got this shit. Me personally, I like a chick that's cool with sharing her whole stories. Cause we bounce our whole stories off of our glory days, and they got me for sure. Just somebody that's like the homie, like you the homie, like you just if you have a value that's more than just sexual related outside the turkey, yeah, I'm on your ass. I'm on your ass like big pockets.
Yeah. I mean, kind of piggyback on what he said. Same exact things. I love a woman style. Also the energy. You know, I also I really love when women compliment other women. That's something I didn't realize until I seen a woman hate on a lot of women. Like that's all I seen is women hating on women. So seeing women compliment women, it's a turn on to me. Um, a woman being diverse in her conversation so she can talk about multiple different
Yes,
things, like you just being able to talk about stuff, whether it be some
yes.
nerd shit, whether it be something that you're very passionate about.
Or
Ooh,
open to
having
it.
having interest. A woman that has interest
Oh
into
my
in
god,
things like that's
he's
also
hitting
like
my soul.
put me onto something, teach me something, show me something. She don't have to know how to cook. I don't care about that. We can learn how to do this together. As far as when it comes to, we can navigate this. We can make it a thing when it comes to it. Uh, so I, w-
I ain't trying to be in the
I
kitchen on her back trying to chop a goddamn onion. Man, get off of me. Go sit your head down. Go sit your head down. And drink your wine. I got it. I got it. Leave me alone.
another thing, Sean mentioned smelling good. A person that can hold their liquor,
They
for
walk
sure.
through air. That twerker
Uh,
smell good.
yes, please. The twerk air, the twerk win, as they
The
like to
walk
say.
through the twerk wind, the walk through air.
um, Of course, a woman that knows how to play spades. You know, that's we
I ain't
gotta we
saying it, the
gotta. I
homie.
need somebody that can hold me down.
The homie, bro. Like somebody's really the homie. Like he really hit the nail on the head with the conversations. Like have outside interest in conversations, and if it's something that's not your wheelhouse, they're just open to learning about it. Like I appreciate that a lot. I'm not gonna say I'm a saposexual. I'm not. The ass is clapping. I'm here for it.
Man,
But
people be saying people.
but
See,
I can
oftentimes
appreciate a beautiful mind though.
people say that, and I don't think they
I'm stupid as
don't be
hell,
into no
bro.
sapiosexual. People say that just
They
to
not,
sound
bro.
smart.
Them folks stupid. They made a
Or be
16 on
dealing with
ACT.
stupid
Be
shit.
for real, bro. Come on, man. No, none of their conversation be smart. It would be about some gossip. Men or women. Like, bring on, you're not smart. No, stop faking the phone to make yourself seem cool because you learned you a new buzzword. I'm sorry, saying some shit, and now you're mad because you don't understand. They take disrespect. So, Jason, do you have a question you want me to ask? I mean, answer.
um, I guess it's what because like I said, I've been following you through social media and whatnot, so I've kind of seen just different modes of you, like in
Evolution.
social media. So
Evolution.
for you, what was the because I like as far as when it comes like Facebook Sean is I personally think Facebook Sean is a different person from Twitter Sean. That's my opinion in that. So you make
That's
like
most
as far as
people's
when it
opinion.
comes to it,
Most
I
people.
think you just a little because you say whatever you want to on both of them. Like you've
People.
always been that person.
Yeah.
But as far what got you on the path, I ain't gonna say righteousness, but to be able to bury yourself as intimately as you do. Because like some of the stuff be like, man, this nigga here kind of wild, but you're open in a lot of
Ways that
your
most
fuck
people
shit.
ain't. Yeah. I think,
Um,
bro. Well, okay, to address the different personalities, I'm not Ti versus TIP.
That was a fire album, though.
It was.
in my opinion, it was definitely.
Uh, the giant really, honestly, Twitter. I use Twitter because to be like I guess a fuck me because they don't take that many characters to be a fuck me. You just read this shit off. And so I was just so used to getting shit off on that motherfucker because all you had was the 180 or whatever it was at first. And so it was like, all right, bet. These quick singers could get on the fuck off. And then, so Facebook, you always had the ability to be more descriptive. This, thing, that. I've always been a person with a way with words. I didn't accept it. And so with Facebook, I'm able to be more descriptive of what the fuck I'm saying. It'd be the same
Mm-hmm.
type of joke and content, but it's coming from a place that's at there. I think what started me really being more, first started just being more insightful was just me actually using my fucking brain. So people would meet me and be like, "Oh, this nigga's actually fucking smart." Like I graduated 12th from high school class. A lot of people didn't. Like I went to school, college on a free ride, like scholarship shit. Like a lot of folks didn't know that. Like a lot of folks just didn't see sides of me because I didn't show. I would just show just me being an asshole or me being a jokester. So it started off with that shit, and then eventually you just get mature. And I just started noticing that social media, everybody was just faking the funk. So it was just like, why not be the person that actually keeps it real? Why not be a person? Then I just realized that it was power. I just really like people started DMing me about, hey, I've been through something similar. Hey, I've been through this, hey, through that. And I realized that sometimes a lot of people suffer in silence. So I just decided to live my truth and live through. I got plenty of shit I could say. Like I'm not as open as people think I am, but it's just more than what the average people see on social media. But at the end of the day, I just decided to be something like a symbol, like Batman. I just decided to be a symbol for people that hey, regular people exist. Hey, we go through this shit. We go through this shit. Hey, I'm 35. Like I tell you, I'm broke. I'm fucked up. Like I'm fucked up.
Nigga, what? Is
I'm
that a
fucked up
Lego
right now.
piece of Batman?
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm fucked up right now, type shit. You know what I'm saying? So, well, you just showed Batman and
He
Lego.
did. He did.
Like
It was a
100.
Lego
Like,
Batman.
I had to show people, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, nigga, I'm black, but I like Harry Potter. Yeah, I'm black, but I like Star Wars. Like, sometimes you just, hey, I'm black, but, I'm just in the third. Yeah, nigga, I was. A lot of dudes won't say this shit. As a kid, I was molested, but that shit happens to little boys every fucking day. While we sit here and try to say protect black girls, like young boys go through this shit too.
Right.
Why would I not sit here and say my heartbreak that I've been through with women in a way that is not bashing women? Why would I not sit here and say, hey, it's okay to go through the heartbreak and not become a dick because your hurt don't give you a license to be an asshole? I can sit here and acknowledge the fact that I had drinking problems before and I try to tame this shit like going cold turkey, this, that, and the third. I let people know, yeah, I'm gonna go to therapy and therapy has helped a lot. Working out does wonders for my mental health more than it does for my body. Like sometimes you just have to. For me, I just decided just to be a person that lead by example and let people know that hey, we all go through this real nigga shit. Like you're not alone with this shit. I just think a lot of people be ashamed about it. There's nothing to really be ashamed about because we all go through this shit. It's human shit. Even rich people, they go through the same shit through their shit. They rich shit. So I mean, it's really that something for me.
That's facts.
That's appreciative, man. Somebody that can the
And as
outgoing.
somebody that said he got a drinking problem, I'm drinking now. Cheers. I wouldn't talk to
You
you.
did say that. Damn. And I ain't even. I'm sitting here like that was deep. And I saw you
Oh
take
man, I'm
that
self
drink.
aware. I mean, I'm not gonna indulge. I
Oh,
gotta take
that's it. See, that's it. That's very important. Being
I take
self
me all
aware,
the
but
time.
like, yo,
Like
still
I
gonna fuck up.
like before we got like I could have really got into like my sexual risque bag. Like I'm the shit that I've done. I am happy to say I am fortunate and lucky enough that I never caught shit because Lord no, Lord no, baby, I'm almost done. Oh Lord, oh shit. Okay, I'll be there in a minute. So Lord know that I yeah. So we'll get into that another time. We just trade our post overs and shit.
He said
But
trade off
my
host
daughter,
stories.
but my daughter has got on the pot and she took a shit and she need help wiping her ass because if you have potty trained a toddler, you don't want them to wipe it because everything they touch gonna smell like shit.
Mm.
So we're gonna wrap this show with this. Thanks to Was It Good podcast, Was It Good Dope podcast. Make sure y'all check them out for all movie reviews and shows. They got more coming. I am looking forward to that as well as getting my contract signed as a third co-host. And like I said all the time, make sure y'all like and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. If y'all hate this shit, you will hate it. Peace.
Cheers.